Mr. Girard, the next to Ms. Lantsman. Ms. Lantsman, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, and thank you to all of the officials for making the time. I'd like to go back to the issue of the NOTM. And perhaps you can clarify it for the committee. Does the issuance of the NOTM at the time when it's issued signify the closure of the airspace? Is that the timing?
Can you confirm who the question's for? Is myself, I would imagine?
Sure.
So what I can share with you is that the NOTAM is intended, as I said in my opening statement, for thousands of pilots, whoever's in the air actually, to obey those NOTAMs in order to keep the airspace safe and secure. So in a sense that when the NOTAM is published, it is active immediately, and it requires all pilots to obey by the NOTAM. Now, there's, from an AFCANDA perspective, what I can add is there's time required between when the NOTAM is published and when it is operationalized. You have to understand that this is unprecedented action that the government took, something that I've personally been with the company for 33 years, and I have not seen something similar to that. So procedures that do not exist. And the aviation sector is a highly regulated sector, and it requires that we develop procedure according to a certain process and according to a safety management, a regulated safety management system where we have to identify risks and determine if any mitigations are required. In addition, we've got hundreds at any given time, hundreds of controllers sitting down in position that need to be taken off the positions and briefed on new procedure. So between the issuance of the NOTAM and the operationalizing of the NOTAM, there is a time required there. So directly to your question, as soon as the NOTAM is published, it is effective immediately, but it does take time to NAVCANDA to brief and operationalize the procedure to go directly to
happens after, and frankly more about what happens before. Is it usual that all media, mainstream media, social media would say that the airspace is closed before this before the NOTAM is actually issued? Don't you find that confusing? Because I think that's what happened in the case of February 27th, where I believe that we had read about this as Canadians before any kind of notice to airmen was actually issued. And my concern is if you have to issue something quickly in an emergency to respond to an active threat, is NAVCAN prepared to do so?
I don't think it's my place to comment if it's confusing or not to the public at large. What I can tell you is that it was not confusing to NAVCANDA what our authority was at the time and what needed to be done to operationalize the procedures.
So in that case, it would be totally normal that that Canadians at large would know about an airspace closure before any kind of notice to airmen is issued. Is that a usual case?
Again, I unfortunately have to repeat what I said. It is not my place to comment on what's usual or not usual. What I can tell you is that as soon as we got the NOTAM, we knew what we needed to do, and we worked with the government in order to get the proper authority to operationalize the NOTAM and implement it as fast, as efficiently, and most importantly, as safely as possible.
Well, Mr. Chair, I wonder if I can just add to that. The notice is for the crews that are operating in and around the area that's impacted. And I'll give an example. We issue NOTAMs quite frequently. An incapacitated aircraft on a runway. lighting issues on another runway, potential construction on another runway. So there could be many instances where if you had an incapacitated aircraft on a runway, yes, many individuals are aware of that. They're very aware. The NOTAM hasn't been issued yet. Individuals in that airspace are working around it. It could be reported in the media as well, and a NOTAM might follow it. It's the instrument of information to crews. The decision to issue the NOTAM has already been made behind that. Now, NAV Canada and Transport Canada work very quickly. We can issue NOTAMs fairly quickly. I think in this case, we were speaking about the potential of issuing a NOTAM even before earlier into the weekend, so that the system was ready if the decision was taken. But again, the NOTAM is the notice. It's the poster to tell everyone that this action is being taken, but the decision making behind it can occur, and individuals can absolutely be aware of that notice that will be coming out before the actual notice is available.
Thank you very much, Mr. Robinson. Thank you very much, Ms. Lantsman. Next.